It seems that you can't talk about Manchester United without mentioning two infamous words nowadays: the Glazers. The red side of Manchester has enjoyed unlimited success over the years with 20 league titles and 3 European Cup wins, making them one of the most decorated clubs in Great Britain. However, their legacy has stalled in recent years, and many put that down to the American family that owns the club. Some have even taken to forming their own football club away from Old Trafford, called FC United of Manchester. Such is the disdain for the current owners. The club has spent big money on signings, most recently in the form of massive deals for Brazilian pairing Antony and Casemiro. So why do the fans constantly protest against the owners? The Glazers mounted their United takeover in 2005, led by Malcolm Glazer, who has since passed away in 2014. The club is now run by 6 remaining Glazer children: Joel, Avram, Kevin, Brian, Edward and Darcy. They paid $942 million for the club when they took over, and it's now estimated that Manchester United is worth around $2.5 billion. The Glazers have been criticised by many United observers for a takeover that's described as debt-laden, as it is alleged they burdened the club with massive debts as soon as their takeover was completed, and it's now reported that the debt lies at around $619 million. Debt is not the only reason United fans often vent their fury at their owners. Their 76,000-seater stadium is the biggest club football ground in the country, but many regular goers claim that it's been left to rot, and a huge lack of investment has seen the once great landmark fall into disrepair. As if the previously named misgivings were not enough, the Glazers signed their club up to join the ill-fated European Super League in 2021, reminding the United fans of their greed and lack of interest for the match-going fans that keep the club going. It's fair to say that the fans have voiced their opinions on the matter. As previously mentioned, one die-hard section of supporters voted with their feet back in 2005 as soon as the Glazers became involved, forming FC United of Manchester, who now play their football in the Northern Premier League, the 7th tier of English football. Many also started buying the green and gold scarves, the original colours of the club, to protest against the latest regime, while fans even managed to get a league game against Liverpool postponed in May 2021 as fans stormed the pitch. You'll do well to go to a game at Old Trafford and avoid any anti-Glazer banners and songs in the 2 hours you're there. Officially, Manchester United have been put up for sale by the Glazers, who are said to be actively looking for a buyer to take the club off their hands. The announcement sensationally came a day after Cristiano Ronaldo left the club, following that barnstorming interview with Piers Morgan. In the interview, the Portuguese superstar and United legend claimed that the Glazers do not care about the club. Manchester United is a marketing club. They, the Glazers, will get their money from the marketing, but with the sports, they don't really care in my opinion. Ronaldo said as he stormed out of the club following the explosive chat with Morgan. With their most effective marketing tool leaving the club as a free agent, the Glazers also saw it as the right time to go and put the club up for sale for an estimated £6 billion. A Glazer statement following the sale announcement read, "The strength of Manchester United rests on the passion and loyalty of our global community of 1.1 billion fans and followers. As we seek to continue building on the club's history of success, the board has authorized a thorough evaluation of strategic alternatives. We will evaluate all options to ensure that we best serve our fans and that Manchester United maximizes the significant growth opportunities available to the club today and in the future." So, who are the candidates to take one of the world's biggest clubs forward? Well, the apparent frontrunner and most vocal candidate so far has been English billionaire and CEO of Ineos, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. According to Forbes, Ratcliffe is worth an estimated whopping $15 billion, suggesting he should be able to meet the asking price needed to secure United. Ratcliffe is no stranger to Premier League news, at the very top as he is rumoured to have bid for Chelsea in 2022, before American billionaire Todd Bowley took over for a rumoured £4 billion. The Englishman will have to part with even more cash than that to ensure he is the next owner of Manchester United. Ratcliffe publicly supports Manchester United despite being a regular at Chelsea matches at Stamford Bridge. That will no doubt have to change if his intentions with United are serious. Despite all the talks, Ratcliffe is yet to complete a purchase, and reports suggest that chiefs at Manchester United have recently criticised his initial intentions, and it is reported he will refuse to meet the demands of the current owners. if Ratcliffe fails to pull the trigger on his United bid. There will no doubt be others waiting in the wings, one of which is multi-billion-dollar internet company Amazon. Despite originally refusing to comment on any rumours linking the e-commerce experts to the Manchester United purchase, it is widely thought that Amazon would be prepared to match the massive fee demanded to ensure United are sold. Similarly, tech giants Apple have been linked with a massive bid for United in a takeover that would make them the richest club in the world. Reports suggest that Apple would be willing to offer £5.8 billion, a figure that would feel like mere pocket change to a company that turns over $326 billion per year and is thought to be worth a ridiculous $2 trillion. Apple have never owned a football club, but United may pique their interests due to the sheer size and history attached to the club. An Apple takeover would likely mean that they would become the richest in the world and would have more to spend in the transfer market than the likes of Manchester City, Chelsea and Newcastle United, and even Qatari-owned French giants Paris Saint-Germain. Speaking of which, there's rarely talk of a takeover of a huge club like Manchester United without talk of a Qatari takeover. The nation hit the headlines and stayed there over the World Cup period, and following the apparent success of the tournament, it's reported that United are one of 3 clubs that have taken the interest of Qatari investors at the start of this year. Premier League rivals Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur are reportedly the other 2 clubs being eyed up, but a full-scale takeover of United after they were put up for sale in November 2022 looks to be a real possibility at the start of 2023. Qatari ownership has ensured that the previously mentioned PSG are amongst the giants of European football, once more since their takeover in 2011. And the money invested has seen some of the world's top talents move to play their football at the Parc des Princes, including French star Kylian Mbappe, Brazil's top talent Neymar, and most recently, the probable greatest player of all time, Lionel Messi. Having hosted the World Cup, the Premier League appears to be the Qatari football target, and where better to start than the club that has won it the most times. Many Manchester United fans would have been hoping that a sale would have been completed by now, after the club was officially put up for sale in November 2022. However, it still remains a mystery as to who will be taking the club onto the next level once the Glazers depart. However, it is apparent through the candidates outlined in this video that whoever it is that takes on the job and wins this process will comfortably have the financial power needed to take United back to where they feel they belong, the very top of world football. Who do you think will be the next owner of the club? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Football Reality so you're ready for our next video.
It's a long time since they had to make that decision. You know, it was 27 years Fergie was there, so they had continuity for 27 years, and they were never forced into a situation where they had to make a change.
People say a lot about Manchester United. They're going downhill, blah 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 blah. But for me, the club, the desire, the hunger, the talent, the ability, the squad, we have everything to compete at the highest level.